Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Mufida and I'd love it if you click down below to subscribe to my channel. So you guys, I'm super excited about this video. I know you guys really love this type of videos. It's gonna be a detailed full glam makeup tutorial for beginners. Very detailed. Every single step is gonna be in this video. We're gonna take our time to know the products, the brushes, and all the techniques. So if you want to see how this video goes down, carry on watching and let's just get right into it. So guys, we're gonna be starting off with brows. I saw a comment on one of my videos asking why I conceal my brows before filling them in. I have my brows microbladed, so this is really easy for me to do. However, if you guys want the regular brow tutorials, like you fill them in and then you conceal around them, I would love to do that for you guys. You guys should let me know, but for the meantime, I'm just gonna conceal my brows with a very light concealer, which is the Huda Beauty Overachiever concealer in the shade Toasted Almond. I love to use like a very light concealer because it just gives me the highlighted eyebrow look, which I love. I don't know if I'm ever going to get over it, but the brush I'm gonna be using to sculpt out my brows is the Morphe 421 brush. I'm a little sick. I don't know if you guys can tell from my voice, so pardon me if my voice sounds a little nasal. So I was saying that I love to use a lighter concealer. It's always better to use a thicker concealer to do this step in my opinion. However, if you don't have a thicker concealer, all your concealers are mostly on the liquid side, you can put just a little bit at the back of your hand and you put your brush in like so, and then you just put the excess at the back of your hand. Don't have too much product on your brow, otherwise it's gonna be difficult to sculpt out your brow, like to control the product. Your brush is gonna be slippery, which you do not want. So we want to get the shape of the brows as close as possible. Personally, I like to start from the ends of the brows. Yeah, and that's about it for the brows. Now what I like to do next is to go in with my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease brush. Looks like this. It's a dense brush but very small. I love to use this to just blend out the concealer under my brow. Just lightly tap it. Do not swirl the brush. So that's about it for brows. I have sculpted the bottom part and this is what I usually like to do because my brows are again microbladed. But if your brows are not done, another step is to use probably like a brow gel to brush your brow hairs up and then sculpt underneath them so that filling them in it's easier. That's really not a beginner friendly step in my opinion, so I would definitely film like a brow tutorial for you guys in one of these full beginner friendly makeup videos very soon, so look out for it. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next step. I like to prime my skin. I'm going to use my Milk Hydro Grip primer. There are so many techniques as to which people use to get their makeup done. Some people do eyes before the skin, some people do skin before the eyes. I'm definitely one who can like alternate between whichever I feel like doing. So as of recently, I love to do my skin prep and then my base before I do my brows, because it's just beginning to get easier for me. But I also like to alternate with tutorials, like doing my eyes before my my base. I want to do it because I know people have preferences as to how they like to do their makeup, and I just want to help out any way that I can. So for the next step, I'm gonna be using my Huda Beauty foundation. I love this foundation. It's very full coverage and it just looks really good on the skin. This is the old formula. I want to finish this one before I get the new formula. I don't want to have too many products. I'm gonna use my Evita Joseph Precision Concealer brush, and what I like to do is to dot the foundation all over my skin so that I spread it out evenly. I'm gonna go ahead and blend my foundation in with my Morphe M439 brush. I personally do not like putting a lot of foundation under my eyes because I go in with concealers. I go in with 2 concealers in fact, and do not use this exact step to do your routine. I always tell people to do whatever they are comfortable with, which is what I do for the most part. I wouldn't do a makeup routine that doesn't sit well with me. I like to watch makeup tutorials and I like to pick and choose how to, you know, improve my makeup and make it look good on me, make it work for me. So when I do these tutorials, I often say do what works for you. I'm just going over my face with a damp beauty blender just to pick up any excess products. For the next step, I'm gonna be concealing. I'm gonna use Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is my favorite concealer. This is also one of my favorite concealers. I love the two. I'm gonna put the concealer in the shade Butterscotch here and then right here. Right here, and I'm gonna apply on the rest of my face. I'm also going to apply the Huda Beauty concealer. I love the applicator on this one. It's really therapeutic for my under eye area. It's just cold and it just makes the face feel really nice. That's about it for concealer. I'm just gonna let that sit a little bit on my face, and I'm gonna be cream contouring with my Huda Beauty Tantor products. I'm just going to go ahead and place that here, which is right on top of my cheekbones. Personally, I like to do this step. Some people like to place it below. I feel like when blending it, it definitely goes a little below, so I don't like to place it below. I always suggest that you shouldn't place it below. And personally, I like to put my contour products on my chin and not my jawline, because I realized that blending it out is like so difficult. I'm using the Evita Joseph Cream Contour Brush. I'm just using that to blend out what's on my forehead. And then I'm just going to buff what's on my chin. And what's left on the brush, I just love to go over my jawline with. I'm gonna go in with my brush. This brush is the contour brush from Real Techniques. I like to buff out what's around my eye, and I leave what's closest to my inner corners just to sit for a little bit. Okay, so today cream blush. I love cream blush. Cream blush is that girl. I'm using my Danessa Myricks Color Fix Matte, and I'm just placing a little bit at the back of my hand. It's in the shade Freedom. I'm just going to place that here. I'm gonna use my Morphe M536 brush to just buff this out. You wanna buff it out as soon as you apply it. It is the Color Fix Matte. It dries down matte, it dries down fast, so you wanna work with it fast. Some people prefer to put cream blush under the skin. I prefer to put it on my foundation because most of the foundations I use are full coverage, and what's the point putting cream blush on your skin and then we're using a full coverage foundation? Yeah, like just covering it up, which is like useless or redundant. I don't know, I just feel like what's the point? Like, why would you do that? So I just blended it out. It looks crazy, but it's gonna look good in a little bit. Do not freak out. I'm going to blend this out. I'm also gonna put a little bit on my eyelid. So with this brush, I often just put it away. We're gonna pick it up a little later. I'm gonna go back in with my sponge and I'm going to blend everything out and then take off any excess product from under my eyes. I'm also going to blend out what's on my nose. At this point, it's been sitting there for a while, and at this point I'm just gonna go back and forth with the brushes that I use. So I'm gonna use my contour brush just to make sure that everything is nice and seamless. I'm also gonna go back in with my cream blush brush, what I use to apply my cream blush, just to make sure that the blush is still visible, it's still nice and seamless. And I'm gonna go back in with my foundation brush just to make sure that everything is nice and blended, especially around the chin and jawline area and then the hairline area. So if you have like a creasing problem like me, what you want to do is jump into setting as soon as possible. Wow, this is turning into a Huda Beauty tutorial. I love Huda Beauty so much. Like, I feel like they have amazing products. So I often crease under my eyes, so I like to go back in with a brush that I used to blend out my under eye, and I just go over my eyelids as well, because at this point in time I'll be creasing there as well. And I just go in with my Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder in the shade Blondie. I'm gonna go ahead and push the powder under my eyes and then on my eyelids as well. Look at how airbrush it looks. It just looks really, really, really good. This powder is so bomb. It's amazing. What you want to do is to blend before you bake. You don't want to set creases. If you crease like me, you have to have your brush with you whenever you're trying to set, because setting a crease it's not the best thing. I like to just go lightly over my eyebrows as well, just to make sure everything is nice and set. So what I like to do next is to set my entire face. I'm gonna use my MAC my MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC45. I'm gonna use that to set the rest of my face. This foundation is essentially a self-setting foundation if you have dry skin, but if you have oily skin, girl, please set your foundation. Do not even risk it, because you're gonna look really oily. Your face will be slipping and sliding before you walk out the door. Can you guys still see the blush? It's really, really pretty. I love this blush. Ignore the situation on my head. We're gonna address it very soon. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and apply bronzer. So I got advice from you guys telling me to put alcohol in my bronzer and like fix it. Look at how it looks. This is the first time I'm trying it out ever since I, you know, put the alcohol in it. I hope it works though. Wow. Wow. It's actually working. I'm so impressed. This is so good. Okay, so I'm applying my bronzer essentially where I applied my cream bronzer earlier. So on the perimeter of my face, my cheekbones, like directly on my cheekbones, and my chin and jawline area. Wow, you guys, thank you so much for the tips. It's actually working. Wow. I'm so happy and I'm so grateful. Thank you guys so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose. I'm gonna start from under my brow downwards. I really would have gone to get a new bronzer if I didn't get the tips from you guys. And I also got an eyeshadow palette recently, but I think that it got broken in transit, so I fixed it with the alcohol and I'm yet to try it. I'm gonna use it for this tutorial as well. So I'm just going down the sides of the bridge of my nose. You guys can hear how nasal I sound, right? It's so bad. If you guys have any suggestions for the stuffy nose, like I've had my nose stuffy for so long and it's beginning to annoy me and I don't know what to do. I'm trying everything out, so you guys should please suggest to me what to do. So I'm gonna bake with my Huda Beauty powder. Now that I have bronzed my skin, I just want to clean up a little bit, especially the sides of my nose. So this time around, I am not patting the excess powder on my hand. I'm literally just pushing it under my eye. I'm also gonna put a little bit of powder on the bridge of my nose and then in between my brow. Just going back to clean it up. So that's about it for baking. I'm essentially done with my base, so I'm gonna move on to brows. For my brows, I love to use my Vita Joseph Expert Brow Liner in the shade Rich Espresso. I'm just gonna follow the shape of my brows. I just go to the bottom. And I go to the top. Just small strokes as you're going. Do not draw one line. I feel like it's gonna look really weird, so you just have to do small strokes as you're going. So just like so. And I'm just trying to fill out the ends. And I just fill in this part. So I'm just going to do same to this brow. I just go back in with my spoolie and I blend the product in. So I'm gonna do my eye makeup now. I've got this Huda Beauty. This is a Huda Beauty tutorial. I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions. I have the Topaz Obsessions and I really love that eyeshadow palette, so I got the Ruby Obsessions too. And unfortunately it came broken, so I had to just patch it up a little bit. We're gonna make it work. I'm gonna go in with this shade. They are not named, so I'm just gonna go in with this shade right here. And I'm using my CVL Beauty blending brush. And then I'm gonna do the same to this eye. So I'm gonna go into the shade right here. I'm just going to pat that here. This looks really good. So I'm gonna go into this brush. It's from Morphe. This is the Morphe M330 brush. It's more pointier. So I'm gonna go into this shade and I'm just going to put it out at the outer V portion. Just focus it right there. And then I'm just going to take it in here as well. So right on this side, just going to take it inside here so that I can darken the crease just a little bit. Yep, so it looks just like this. I love the gradients going on here. It looks amazing. I'm gonna go back into the brush that I used earlier. I'm just going to blend the crease a little bit more. Unfortunately, my camera died on me, you guys. I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna tell you guys what I did. So I went into this shade and then I put it on my lid. That's what you guys missed. Now I'm gonna go into this shade, the shade that I repaired. I'm gonna put that onto my inner corners, so right here. Wow, it works. The shade still works. I'm so happy because I was literally so disappointed when the palette got to me and it was broken. Now I'm gonna go back into the shade and I'm gonna stamp it at the outer V, just right here, so that it looks a little smoky. Okay, I am tempted to go in with a little bit of black, maybe just a little bit of black, just a tiny little bit of black. I'm going into another palette. This is the Revolution Velvet Reloaded palette. I'm just gonna go in with a tiny bit of this matte black right here, and I'm just going to stamp it here just to give that place a little bit of depth, not too much. That's about it. I'm going to go ahead and tightline my eyes. I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line with this burgundy, this one. I'm going into my So Aesthetics liquid liner and I'm going to create a wing. So I'm going in with this J Lux Beauty mink eyelashes. This is the first time, or my first time using them. They are big AF. So what you want to do is to find these are like, they go in this shape. I hope this is focusing, but you see they have a particular shape. So what you want to do is to figure out the shorter side, which is going to go into your inner corners, and then the longer side is going to go into your outer corners. So I'm going to trim off this side and this side as well, just the empty tips, because the lash might be too long for me. Now I'm going to apply glue on the lash band. So I'm gonna allow the glue to get tacky while I attend to the rest of my face. So I'm gonna dust off any fallout. And then I'm gonna blend in the powder. So this eye looks a little crazy because when I was tight lining my eyes, some of the black eyeliner got stuck here and it looks a little crazy, but that's okay. I'm gonna go in with my powder brush. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply my blush. This is the Milani Baked Blush. It's gonna tie the entire look together. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques blush brush to do that. I know we applied cream blush earlier, but this is just going to enhance the blush. Just put a little bit of blush on my nose. Today I went ham with the blush, but I love it. I love it for me. I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes. You want to grab your tweezers. Remember I said you put the shorter side in the innermost corners of your eyes. The longer sides will come out. So you're going to look down like so, and you're just going to grab it and place it right here, as close to your lash line as possible. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so ooh, girl, these eyelashes are long. They are long. They are so long. Wow, girl, I wasn't expecting this. This is so freaking long. Guys, those eyelashes were way too long for me, so I am changing them. So while we wait for them to get tacky, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my highlighter into my inner corners. I'm using my Morphe M451 brush to apply the highlighter onto my cheekbones. You want to be very light-handed with highlighter. Just like to let them connect like so. So I'm gonna put some eyebrow gel onto my brows. So for my lips, I'm gonna apply the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade Famous. I'm trying to do a lip combo. Okay, this looks good. It looks a little browner than I anticipated, but I'm gonna use the Colored Rain lipstick in the shade Tootsie. I'm gonna go over here. I'm going to go ahead and set my face. I use the Huda Beauty Resting Boss Face Setting Spray. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my Huda Beauty Mascara. Okay guys, this is the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned some tips and tricks from it. I'm really happy about how this look turned out. It was exactly how I envisioned it in my head, and I really love how this look came together. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like this video and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. This turban This turban is gorgeous and I really love it. It's from my girl Munaya. She's on Instagram at Everything and More. She sells these turbans. They are honestly really easy to rock. They're very stylish and they're just super easy to put on, especially if you're having a bad hair day or if you're a turban girl like me. Honestly, this is such a lifesaver. I don't have to style anything. I really love how it looks, especially this color. It goes with my entire look. It just ties the look together. I really love how it looks. So if you want to go ahead and grab one of these, they come in various colors and styles as well. Do go ahead and check her out on Instagram. I will link it down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Everything I use will be listed down below in the description box. I'll see you guys in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye.